What's up, guys? It's Gravy Day again, and it's Alex and Pat and Robert, and it's Pass the Gravy episode 383, and it's almost Thanksgiving. It's almost like this time next week, it'll be Thanksgiving Eve. I just started thinking about that. So now
it's almost time.
Almost Thanksgiving. So just in case it snuck up on you this year, get ready. Start making those plans. Do you think Thanksgiving ever sneaks up on anybody?
There's got to be someone out there that's
Thanksgiving again?
Like, they're sitting there and they're like, oh my, wait, hold on. What day is it? Oh shit, I've got 8 family members coming in tomorrow. I haven't even bought the turkey. Oh god.
You always have you have like a standing tradition and that your family all just comes over to your house and you have to cook and prepare for it, and it's like, oh, it totally slipped my mind this year.
Or like
every job
it's rotating per year, and this is the year it falls on somebody's house, and like on Thanksgiving their doorbell rings and they open the door and they're like, it's their family, and they're like, I thought we weren't doing it this year.
I thought I was just gonna watch football. Damn
it. You guys cool with Chinese food, right?
Because like everybody that has at least in the U.S. that has a job typically that is like most full-time jobs, depending on what they are, I guess, have Thanksgiving time where you're like, okay, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, you always get time off, or they take those days off. So it's like I don't think it really ever does it unless you just lived in a cabin in the woods by yourself. You're like, oh yeah, it is Thanksgiving, I guess. I guess that was yesterday. Completely forgot about it.
Killed a turkey last week, but I guess I'm going to bag me another one.
Which is exactly how you sound. I'm just doing it from that Jake from State Farm commercial where it's like, this is my wood carving I have made for you. Mother Nature has taught me how to whittle things. And he's like, you don't have to do that, dude.
I think
Jake from State Farm's getting overdone now.
A little bit. I was basing mine on Buckle from American Dad. It's like 2 people will understand who I'm talking about, but
yeah, but those 2, they really like that joke. They really like that. They really like that. So yeah, since we're already on that topic, it's the pre-cum segment, which is before comeback hit. It's not dirty, so quit thinking dirty thoughts, guys. But I had some thoughts that I wanted to bring in. And first off is so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those guys are ripped. They have, despite eating pizza all the time, they have some serious 6-pack abs, all of them. But they're turtles, so how do they do sit-ups?
Well, no, it's not that they have a 6-pack. It's just that's what the shell is rippled on the bottom. So it looks like a 6-pack, but that's not actually abs you're seeing. That's just the lower part of the shell.
But it's probably because they had abs that just protruded so much into the shell that it had to form around it. I would assume.
I mean, you don't have to do sit-ups to work the core, man. So they can still get a strong toned core without doing sit-ups.
But to get the 6-pack, I feel like you got to be doing some sit-ups.
I mean, not if you're doing hanging from overhead, side body crunches in midair and stuff like that. There's plenty of stuff. Dude, they're ninjas. They do real world workouts. It's not like they bench or do any of that stuff. They just do acrobatics and jumping around. They're real life in fit shape, not just fake shape. You know?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't think about that, but I just figured sit-ups has to be part of your workout regimen.
Not if you got a shell on your back. You got to mix it up. You got to find new things to do.
Yeah, and I guess they do. All right. Then I also thought about murdering your spouse. I don't think about it, but murdering your spouse, would that be playing a solo version? She's not my spouse. She's my girlfriend. So
close enough.
But murdering your spouse, is that a solo way of playing Fuck, Marry, Kill?
No, it's when you misunderstand. Yeah, it's when you misunderstand the game of Fuck, Marry, Kill. It. And you think each one is a stopping point, and when you do it, you're first, I did it, I win. Think it's like a scavenger hunt?
Wait, no.
So who else has finished Fuck, Marry, Kill? What do you mean finished?
No, I won. I beat the game. Where's your wife?
Roger, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. That was my answers question since we don't do our own answers questions.
I had one for this week too, and it's not so much a question, but just a strategy for. I know some people aren't going to see their family. I know some people don't like to see their family over Thanksgiving, but here's a little escape method you might be able to use. Now, this is a very specific thing. It has to be that your family decided that they're not watching football this year because of the kneeing thing, which hasn't come up once. So all these people that bailed out on it would not have had to deal with it at all because it has not been shown one time. It has not even been brought up in the NFL broadcasts. But if
Can you imagine just giving up? Like, I think about that all the time. Like, but like, it's football.
My brother, he didn't give up. He gave up watching it for this year. He really wanted to hit him in.
He still watches it though.
No, he doesn't. He'll follow on his phone, like on Gamecast, but he will not watch it this year.
That's kind of the same thing.
Kind of, yeah. But they're not getting his viewership.
He's right, but still, like
he's making his statement along with hundreds of thousands of other rednecks across the country that they will not stand for protesting during the national anthem or whatever the fuck he's doing.
You're giving attention to the product that you were boycotting. Which kind of defeats the purpose.
But they're not getting the TV views, and that hits him in the pocketbook, he thinks. But either way, if you have family members like that, and they get really annoying during Thanksgiving, just walk into a room with a TV, and turn on the TV, and then you have your alone time. You could get away from your family that way. Big sorry, I really have to watch this game. I'm big into the Lions now. They're big for me.
Put back CNN. We got to find out about the election.
But also, it's cool. You go into a side room. You're like, hey, I don't want to disturb you guys. I'm going to go watch the game. And then you just go sit in a room by yourself. And you get some alone, peaceful time.
It's 2020, so a lot of us have the option to watch games on our phone. So keep that in mind, too. Maybe you are stuck in a weird situation. You can't get up. You can always put it on your lap.
But usually if you're in that situation, you want to like at least text your friends and be like, God, they're being annoying. You can't really do that while you're watching on your phone.
But also it doesn't look like you're texting at the table or whatever.
I'm just saying, this was my suggestion for if you have to get away from your family, you can do it that way. If your family is some of these boycotting football people. I, however, will be doing this not out of wanting to run from my family because I do love them and we get along well, but I'm going to be still watching football on Thanksgiving, so I'm just going to be in a room by myself most of the day, which will be tight.
Pretty excited about 3 games on Thursday. That's nice.
Yeah, and my dad has those ones, the set-top boxes where like you can just put or like pull the TV and the box and just plug it in any room. It can move everywhere. It doesn't have to be chilled in one location. So I'm going to pull 2 TVs into the one room for that like 15-minute thing where one of the games overlap for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have that
parade wrapping up. You go right into the Lions game, then into the Cowboys game after that, then the night game.
Well, actually, then I'll probably just play video games while like a half-ass paying attention to one of the games, keeping an eye on it for my bets.
Robert's probably a parade guy. He gets up early for the parade, not to like go to the parade, but he's like, I got to see the Snoopy Flute, not the Snoopy Flute. I don't know what that would be.
Snoopy Flute.
You mean the Snoopy Fleet?
The Snoopy Fleet. The Snoopy Fleet. We'll get to fleets here in a little bit. But I like Snoopy Flute though.
I could see Snoopy Flute being Robert's like gangsta name.
Oh, Snoop Flute.
I don't think I've ever watched the parade or ever gone to a parade. Like a Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah, I'm not big on going to things.
Parades
seems tiresome.
Like I feel like I understand what their meaning is for. I'm not taking away anything from parades, but like I feel like they're kind of boring in person because.
Is there going to be a parade
Mardi
this
Gras
year?
parades seem like it's going to be a lot of that'd be a lot of fun. So I take that back. Not all of them, but like a lot of times it's like
Oh,
cool,
there's boobs at Mardi Gras.
Like I didn't get a good look at it, and it's gone. Where it's like if it's the Mardi Gras parade or the Thanksgiving Day parade, you're just like, cool. I want to go see Charlie Brown and like this float. They'll talk about it. And I guess
Is there going to be a parade this year?
Their thing, but I don't know. I think so. It'll be scaled down.
Just like 3 floats. They're not even going to parade them through. They're just going to release Snoopy and Charlie Brown and like one other random
all
one.
people's dogs in New York named
over. They're just going to release them in Central Park and let them float randomly around the city.
It's really just balloons, yeah. And they're just like, ooh, and look at this red one.
They're just going to pass out random ice cream floats around the city.
That'd be kind of cool.
Except there's gonna be turkey in it in the ice cream float. Just to like, it's gonna be turkey and gravy in like a float
be like
glass.
One of those, like a BLT. You know when they do or like a Bloody Mary BLT at the bar that I watch soccer at. Shout out Nick's place. They do a BLT Bloody Mary. It's pretty bomb. And it's like, oh, a whole meal, and I also have booze in it, but it's like a float, but with turkey in it, which actually doesn't sound that great.
I haven't had a Bloody Mary in a while. I think I'm gonna need to bring some with me to Thanksgiving. Just start the day off right.
Well, big Bloody Mary. If you drank on like Friday night or a Saturday night and it's a Saturday or Sunday morning game, you start with a Bloody Mary, maybe 2, depending on how you're feeling, and then you go right back to beer. Because it always tricks your body. You always got to throw your body off. If it was a lot of beer the night before, if I was crushing some Corova milkshakes from Southern Star like I am right now, like if I had a bunch of those the night before, responsibly, of course, I would be maybe a little hungover. So then I start with a couple Bloody Marys. My body's like, oh, Alex went to liquor now. He's not back on beer. And then you're like, psych, I'm back to beer. And it's like, but I thought we were on liquor. And so then it's just thrown off and it doesn't, like the hangover's gone.
You know what'll mess with you too? Throw a White Russian in after that Bloody Mary.
Well,
and
also
your body,
that would still be on the liquor instead of beer.
That's what I'm saying. But it's also like a milkshake. So like your body just goes from like, all right, here's a little booze getting in there, and then it's like, wait, what's happening now? What is it?
Ooh,
there's liquor in this
dessert,
but I don't know. And it gives you that nice coating in your stomach of the milk shakiness, and then you just go right to beer, and your body just like, oh, I don't even know what's happening, but we're good now. Also, White Russians are just delicious, so drink more of those.
Yeah, I mean, you saw The Big Lebowski, but
bro, I was actually big into him. Or he had Colorado Bulldogs, same things, but add a little Coke in there. Coca-Cola, not cocaine, you degenerates. Or cocaine, whatever.
Whatever floats your boat. Legally and responsibly, of course.
That's not a Colorado Bulldog. That's an Aspen Bulldog if you add cocaine into it. A lot of powder up there.
Okay. All right. One last thing I had in our pre-com segment to talk about is love languages. You guys know about love languages?
A very little bit, yes.
Robert probably knows all about love languages. Robert, do you have what is your love language?
Touch.
Mine is touch. I would say like that might be mine.
It's definitely not mine. Leave me alone.
Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, or physical touch are the 5 love languages. But it's like I feel like there's like a lot more than that.
Space. Space definitely should be one. Like alone time, that's a love language.
I think that's like part of one, isn't it?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one looking at the thing.
That seemed like it'd be like a self-love language.
No,
physical
like
touch, and it's like lack of. I don't like it.
You got to give me my time so that the time I give you will be quality and not with a seed of resentment under there. Like let me be alone, just like in silence, by myself for half an hour every day. Like just don't talk to me.
What do we think?
Single guys, what's up?
Robert, what do we think Pat is, love language-wise? I would say
gifts. Buy me an Xbox.
Yeah, I think he's gifts.
He's a receiving gifts guy. Although he also isn't like a materialistic guy, though, either.
Not at all.
It's like Pat's also like, I'm not going to buy anything. I don't like. He discovered how to buy things online this pandemic. Like that's a new thing that he learned this year. He used to just like, if I need a shirt, I'll go get a damn shirt. I'm not buying a shirt just to buy a shirt. Now he's like, ooh, the internet's fun to order things on. I think your brother sheltered you too much. He's like, no, we don't trust banks. We don't use them. We only use cash. And you're like, oh, the internet, that's only Facebook.
No, I don't like buying things online if it's something I can go get. Like within a reasonable distance. Like if I have to drive 45 minutes to get it, no, I'll order that shit online.
Oh, see, I'm the exact opposite. I'm like, cool. I need a new toothbrush head. Should I stop by the grocery store or should I just order it and it'll be at my door tomorrow?
I don't trust other people enough to deliver my things. That's why I'm like, unless I have to order it online or to not like, because I think they'll fuck up somewhere along the way and the delivery driver will deliver it to the wrong place or somebody's going to steal my package.
I mean, both okay concerns, I guess.
Also, if I need a shirt, it's usually because like I need a shirt. Like I'm like, oh, I have no more shirts. Let me put on a semi-clean one and go buy one because I have somewhere to go and I don't have time to do laundry. Or I'll be like, it's the like night before and I'm like, I don't really feel like ironing. I'm gonna go buy a new dress shirt.
Instead of just iron, you just. It seems like it would take way longer.
I mean, last time I actually ironed a shirt and bought one, and I was like, let's see which one came out better.
I have like one white dress shirt, and every time it's like a funeral or a wedding, I'm going to like, oh shit, let me get that out. And sometimes I don't have time to dry clean it, so it's like I'll just steam it and put fabric softener on it.
Light blue or a checkered pattern on my dress shirts because if it's white, I am 100% going to spill food on it. Like it's just going to happen.
I can't wear black long sleeve dress shirts because then I'll look like the wait staff there.
I learned that early on too. Like black on black looks like wait staff, and also like maroonish or red is a lot. It's a big wait staff color. A lot
red,
of times.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than like people hand you a drink. You're like, no, I'm not.
No, just wear all black, and then when people ask you things, just be like, no, I'm just a big Johnny Cash fan. Robert doesn't get that at all. See, Robert, Johnny Cash back in the day, they actually started calling him the Man in Black because he wore all black.
He wore all black. That was like you made it seem like that was a big story. It was just like he wore all black.
Well, he wore it in support of like people in like prisons and like downtrodden people and shit like that.
This is what we call country goth.
Well, I mean, think about it. Goth music is very sad and about depressing shit, and a lot of Johnny Cash's and old country songs were just about like heartbreak and stuff like that. So I guess old school country was just pre-goth. Ooh,
it really was.
Here's a hot take.
Goth Americana.
Yep, I like that.
So
I mean, I don't like that, but.
So Pat's a receiving gifts guy, I guess. I don't know why I brought up love language, but that's what we were bringing up, and we don't need to keep bringing it up. We can stop bringing it up.
I was gonna say, I think gifts actually works for me, but it wouldn't be an actual gifts. It would just be like, I brought home pork chops, and I'd be like, yay.
Food counts as gifts.
Yes, that's what it would just be. Food for me. Big food guy.
So mostly food, but gifts.
You bring me food and tell me we don't have to go out and see other people, I'll put a ring on your finger. That's all I need.
All right, ladies, you hear that? This guy is somehow still available. Let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment where we tell you guys what's back in the news this week, at least in our minds. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. Our first Comeback Kid this week is the Twitter. Twitter is back because Twitter is now Instagram, which was Snapchat, which was Vine. So all of the social medias are all of the other social medias.
Except for Reddit.
Besides, well, Reddit's not really social media to me, but so I guess it could be. But everything is everything, and everything is nothing at the same time.
Have you fleeted yet?
I haven't fleeted yet because I haven't gotten the update, but I think everybody is overreacting to that, where it's like, I kind of think stories are cool.
I have no desire to do that.
But I like my question, because you don't have an Instagram, but Robert, you have an Instagram. Like, do you do Facebook stories? I don't really do Facebook stories.
I don't do Facebook stories on my personal accounts, but I do for work accounts.
For work accounts, which makes sense. But I feel like the Facebook ones, I don't think ever got as popular as Facebook wanted it to be. Instagram, I always look at. Twitter, I'll probably always look at. Because I'm always on Twitter, I feel like, more than all of my other socials.
I don't think I'm going to look at fleets. I'm just going to ignore
But now
those.
you're just going to copy everything, right? You're just going to go, okay, my Insta is also this. Done.
I might look at them just for like certain comedy accounts, like people that are funny just to see what they're up to. But I mean, other than that, what's the point?
Do you think there's going to be like the Instagram girls where it's like they post something to their page, but then they go take a picture and it's like, oh, like an ass pic, but then they cover their ass in the story with a peach and it's like new post. Like, do you think there's going to be
some people
girls
will.
that are like new tweet?
Some people will. I don't really see that taking off big though. Actually, the most perfect. I saw the most perfect breakdown for
Fleet sounds cooler than stories, though.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Fleet sounds so lame.
So dumb.
It sounds majestic.
I saw somebody earlier goes, if Twitter stories turn this app into something for pretty people, I'm going to be pissed. This app is for jokes and lies. Yes, that breaks down why everyone is angry.
Right. And I think that is also like what makes like the beauty of Twitter is not everybody has a face on Twitter. It's just like a random avatar, or like sometimes it's like with that one picture. Like you don't just go look through like, oh, this is this guy's life. It's like this guy gets mad at Trump, or this guy gets mad at Biden. These are his thoughts.
This reminds me of like a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about how people were mad about the new quote tweet retweet option, and that makes me think of Instagram and how their new update is bad. They completely got rid of like they moved the like notifications up, and like where you used to upload is now Reels.
Oh
yeah, it is.
Not a good design.
You think they came out with fleets just to get people to stop bagging on them for the quote tweet thing?
I never even noticed a difference with the quote tweet thing. I don't know if I used quote tweets the way that Twitter wanted me to, or it's
just the way it used to be. When you hit it, you could either just hit it would pop up on the bottom retweet or quote tweet. If you hit quote tweet, then it would bring up the whole thing and you could write a message. Now it just immediately goes right to that, and then you still just have to hit tweet or retweet or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like half a second different.
Oh yeah, it's like everything on the internet. It was a very slight inconvenience, so everyone hated it.
Yeah, they got on the same.
It was a slight redirection, is what I should say, and everyone was like, "Nope, hate it, change bad, go back."
I do that with Facebook because Facebook always goes like, Facebook has the most extreme changes. I feel like. The other ones are like subtle, weird ones that people don't always like. But Facebook, it's like, what? How do I look at my friend? Like, how do I do this now? Like, it completely rearranges everything. And you're just like, okay, well, this is in a totally different area. I don't know how to look at like newest stories first or whatever it is. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't give a shit about what we're talking about right now. But Twitter's back and people are mad about it, believe it or not.
Well, we have the microphone, and they will listen to every word we have to say.
Exactly. Or they've already fast-forwarded or skipped through this or quit listening. But regardless.
Robert, that's from The Wedding Singer.
Oh, I've only seen The Wedding Crashers.
I'm happy.
It was the prequel. It was the prequel.
Oh, they should have just had him in like the background of like one scene and not even mentioned it.
See, told you it was a prequel. All right. Our next comeback kid is warnings. Warnings are back because people are getting warnings about like, hey, don't go over to families for Thanksgiving. don't hang out with like no gatherings. I know it's holiday season, but no gatherings. That's a big like super spread is a big word too, so that's also a comeback. Like a super spread events, all that stuff where everybody's like, yeah, hey guys, Rona's not done. Don't go hang out with family for Thanksgiving. But I still think it's like you're not the people that are gonna go hang out with family are gonna hang out with family at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm going. It's that simple. I'm going.
Like everybody's got their own bubble or what they consider their own bubble, and it's like at this point, it's like, guys, we've had this whole like year basically of this. If you haven't convinced them yet, you're not gonna start.
Well, for me, it's more so that I'm not missing Thanksgiving because it's my favorite day of the year. My dad is an amazing cook, and it's the best food of the year, and it's delicious, and it's football, and it's 3 days of drinking my face off, and it's seeing my family. That probably should have been higher in my list, but it is where it is. But Thanksgiving is the best day.
We weren't listing in order at all. It was just a list in no particular order.
Yeah, I'm gonna get drunk as shit with my mom. I'm gonna eat a bunch of food with my family. Probably not going to be playing much cards with my grandparents. We'll still keep a little bit of a distance there.
Okay.
Maybe we can play. I think we got some tables that are 6 feet. We'll figure it. I'll see how it goes, how they've been doing it when I get up there. But yeah, because I still need to kick my grandmother's ass in cards. But she cheats. Oh no, I say that, but no, she wins like 90% of the time. She's been going to church for fucking 86 years, man. God's on her side. Trust me. I know. But yeah, I mean, it's just I feel like that's how most of Texas is like. We're like, it's cases are going back up, but also Texas is just kind of like, well, don't tell me what to do. That's just kind of when the way our state's always been.
If you thought the mask thing was a big point, that's like in a public area, like being like, hey, don't go to your grandma's house, where it's like, hell no, you won't tell me what to do. Like, just like you're allowed to, and not everybody that says fuck that sounds like that, but
Mima told me to bring the yams, and I'm bringing the yams.
I'm bringing the damn yams. Thanksgiving without yams, hell no. Robert, are you doing a family get together for Thanksgiving? Are you gonna be a super spreader?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm probably going to stay home.
He's like, no, I'm a responsible adult, and you guys are pieces of shit. So,
are you judging us hardcore right now?
No.
No more than usual.
What I don't understand is like, Texas has always been like, oh, don't tell me what to do. But why does it have to stay that way? Like I get that it's been that. I don't know.
Because you don't mess with Texas,
love our freedoms. Buddy. Yeah.
You don't mess with it.
Don't mess with Texas. I mean, that's the slogan, Robert.
I don't litter. Well,
good.
No, it's not just about littering.
It is about littering.
Littering. That's not what it's all about, though. That was the slogan for that program.
They call us a Lone Star State. You leave us alone, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, Pat. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make you mad here. And maybe Alex, I don't think Thanksgiving food is all that great.
I get it. I get what you mean. It is like a very niche food market. Like some people just don't.
But I get it.
Some people just don't like turkey. Like if you think there's better forms of even just specifically birds, I get that. Cranberry sauce thing, not for everybody.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yams, it's kind of it is or it isn't your thing. And then there's pie, but pie isn't really a Thanksgiving thing. It's year round. Stuffing.
Pie's always good.
I mean, there's like 19 different kinds of stuffing. So if you don't like stuffing,
I don't understand what stuffing is.
Well, it's either stuffing or dressing. Technically, it's only stuffing if you put it inside the bird while it cooks. Otherwise, it's dressing. So technically, what my dad makes are dressings.
But what is stuffing? What am I putting in the bird?
Different kinds. There's meat stuffing. Okay, so my dad will do a meat-based one. He does a cornbread jalapeno one. There's just another sort of bread one that he does too. He usually does 3, and they're all fucking amazing.
You can do chocolate.
I'm sure you could. I don't know how it's
a dessert turkey.
But usually stuffing is going to be some sort of like breading and Yeah, stuff like that, and you put it inside.
What he's
it comes
saying
out
is he doesn't cook it. He knows how to eat it, but it's like I don't fucking know, man. It's good. It's delicious. Green bean casserole. I think it's cream of mushroom.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. I love green bean casserole now, and
it's amazing.
Like, that's only a Thanksgiving thing.
Not really only, but it's mostly.
That's the only time I eat it.
Yeah. But that's also, like I was saying, though, all of these foods, like when you say them by themselves, it's not something that you would necessarily go for all the time. But when it's Thanksgiving, it's just like I don't really like cream of mushroom that much. I don't dislike it, but when you put it in a green bean casserole, give me half the fucking pan. Let's go. It's showtime.
Absolutely. And then also, just like a fried turkey is one of the greatest things ever.
I wouldn't try a fried turkey. I've never had fried turkey.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's good.
Fried turkey's legit, bro.
Yeah, we actually. I think for the
fried turkey.
I think last year might have been the first time we actually had a fried turkey, because usually my dad just like bakes it and cooks them, but his buddy had just moved to Fredericksburg too, and he's like the frying everything king, and we had a fried turkey and a regular. Oh, dude, so the best of both worlds.
My dad
is
always
doing it again this year.
For years now, he's done the fried turkey thing, and he starts the fryer up in the morning, and it's usually like right in the middle of the parade is when he gets it going, and then he will he'll chop up tortillas and he'll make tortilla chips and throw it in the fryer. So it's like homemade tortilla chips. You get to salt them and put all the salt you want or whatever on it. And then recently we've been going to Chili's like a couple of days before, or Chewy's, and you get the Chewy's sauce, the white sauce. And like you can that's the shit, just having like chips and chewy sauce in the morning. And then he's been lately getting, like the last couple of years, he's gotten ribeyes, and he just fries the ribeye and then cuts it up, and we just take little bites of the ribeye, and it is amazing. But like having the fryer alone is just like, oh, let's also try throwing in a steak, and then you make the turkey. The turkey is my favorite part of the meal. But
you know what you should do this year, Alex?
What?
You should go ahead and bring some of that crawfish.
Bring some fried crawfish.
Bring some crawfish in there, and then that'll be your weeks of crawfish. You do that on Thanksgiving. That's a Thanksgiving crawfish like Coach O would do.
I probably am not going to do crawfish on Thanksgiving.
Do it! Oh, stuff some crawfish right up that turkey's ass. Have a crawfish stuffing.
That's definitely been done, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, you think Coach O's never stuffed crawfish inside of a turkey? Damn right he has.
What hasn't he shoved crawfish inside of it? Really,
he stuffed a chicken inside of a duck, inside of a turkey, and actually had fucking crawfish inside of that chicken. He had a cross-haired turducken.
My mom and brother don't like turkey, so I don't even know what we're going to have this year. We might have chicken.
Have some lobster. You probably don't like lobster, do you?
No, I don't. I'm not a seafood
guy.
Knew it. I'm not a seafood guy.
I knew it. Well, I get it. Some people don't like it because like it's a bottom feeder. I'm like, yeah, but have you tried it? It's delicious.
Yeah, have you put it in butter? It's incredible.
Yeah, turkey's always great. Get yourself a nice Thanksgiving ham. Nice honey glazed ham. That's always good on Thanksgiving too.
Next comeback kid we got is Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton like helped fund one of those vaccines, the COVID vaccines. That's fucking what?
God bless that woman and her surgically enhanced titties.
Do you think she reached out to them, or are they like, hey, look, we need some funding. Like, somebody go to Dolly Parton. Like, how did that come to be is what I want to know.
I bet she probably reached, I would assume she's somewhere in the area of Vanderbilt is probably where she lives.
She's in Tennessee, she's probably Nashville. Nashville is where Vanderbilt is, so yeah.
Yeah, she's probably given some money to them over the years and stuff. And when she found out they were working on a vaccine, Dolly was probably like, well, here's a whole stack of cash. Use that towards the vaccine. Because Dolly Parton's a fucking great woman, man. We should put her on Mount Rushmore. I mean, she's got her own Mount Rushmore just right there anyway, but.
Whoa. That's someone saving lives out there, and you're sexualizing her, buddy.
Okay, first of all, have you ever heard Dolly Parton give an interview? She is all about her tits. Well, she knows what she did. She knew
not
what
to.
she was doing. She's had like 5 different boob jobs, and she just keeps going bigger over the years.
It's
like,
just crazy where it was like, oh,
I'm
by the way, Dolly
I've
Parton
got big
contributed
tits.
to this.
Not
You're
contributed.
like, what?
She's the reason.
Dr. Dolly
you know what?
is what we're going to start calling her.
I will be the first to sign up for that fucking experimental vaccine, too. I trust Dolly. If Dolly trusts them, I trust them.
How many headlines do you think there were? There was like, Dolly Parton works 9 to 5 to fund coronavirus vaccine.
Probably more like she gave 9 to 500,000.
It would be.
Yes, but you have to write it that way.
That's the only Dolly Parton song I can think of right now off the top of my head.
Coal miner's daughter. Boom.
Wouldn't have thought of that one. Robert,
Yeah.
name a Dolly Parton song. Go.
Nope, I don't know a single one. I don't know a single one.
He started typing. He was about to type. I was like,
Big Tits in Nashville.
Nope, that's not.
No, that's not one. That's I made that
I was
up.
like, I don't think that's something Dolly would sing. But Dolly Parton, she's back. So we have like the queen right now, I guess, of music because of what she's been doing.
You know she's Miley Cyrus's godmother.
I do know that. I think every time that the two of them are in anything, that is actually brought up. So.
Yep.
Did you know Cody Bellinger on the Dodgers played in the Little League World Series? Did you know that?
Did you know that Clayton Kershaw and Matt Stafford were high school baseball teammates?
Oh, dude, they went to the same school? No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know Juan Soto is only 21 years old?
Dude, he's 22 now. So
Yeah,
don't
22.
lie. Don't spread false information. But last year, did you know he was 21?
Did you know bees and dogs can smell fear?
Did you know that like Marilyn Manson one time he got one of his ribs removed so he could suck his own dick?
Did you know that my next door neighbor has 3 rabbits?
No, I did not. I didn't know that, Pat.
It's Jerry Maguire.
Okay.
I'm going to see how many movie references I can pepper in today. I'm just going to keep throwing obscure lines from old movies from 1994 just to see what happens.
You know what popped up on my feed the other day was the memory
Dolly
of
Parton's
me.
boobs?
No, the memory of me. That's on my private browsing history. But the memory of when I convinced you that like I lived out the plot of School of Rock for a second. And you just
God damn it. That was a great one.
Our next comeback kid is vaginas. Because did you know that 1/4 of women in the U.S. don't know where their vagina is?
Yeah, that's not accurate.
Well, I read it, and it's based on that stat. It is.
There's
Seems like something that a recent study suggests might want to delve into because that sounds insane, does it not, Robert?
I actually think it's kind of believable because I think because
the smarter sex, right? Am I right, guys?
Because the vagina is made up of
true.
so many things that maybe they don't know exactly what is their vagina.
I don't think they're making him point it out on a map. It's like,
oh yeah,
if anyone was like, "Hey, where's your penis?" I'd be like, "Got it,
Alex."
Like, I know right where it is.
Let's let Robert continue to mansplain the vagina to women. Please go
yeah,
on, Robert.
Why don't you tell women more about how they should look at their vaginas?
Why don't I let you guys continue saying that they're wrong? You go ahead and tell the women that they're wrong.
You find me 10 guys. I bet 10 guys can all find their dicks.
Alex,
10 out of 10.
I don't know about you, but I tend to believe women over scientists.
I believe all women.
That's just how I do it. I don't know how Robert feels if he just wants to not believe women.
You're going to explain some more?
This study asked women.
Yeah, but was it men asking them?
Yeah, was it men? Because, men are a little bit biased when they would ask a woman that. Obviously, they would try and make her look bad.
Obviously, I guess
this is why you should study this recent study, and I suggest you look into it.
There is something like this down the pipeline where like people don't know like their own body, something similar like this.
But like, how do you not know where?
Alex,
how? How do you not
where's
know where
your balls?
I got it. Found them. Know right where they are.
Where's your lap?
Got it.
I don't know. That looks like that's your thighs.
Lap.
Kind of a lap.
See, Robert's the kind of person that wouldn't know where his vagina is if he was a woman. He doesn't know how to differentiate between different things.
And he doesn't think women are smart enough to put it together.
Robert would be like, hey, when a woman pointed out a vagina, Robert would actually be like, well, actually, that seems to be your crotch. You don't know what you're doing. I'm going to mansplain this to you.
That's probably, well, you see, actually, if you look at my map I have over here, this is where the vagina is. You can see a V for vagina. This is what I've cleverly laid it out on this map.
V marks the spot.
V. That's what they always say. That's what they always say. But yeah, that was a weird. It's one of those things where I was like, this is just clickbait, and I clicked it and I read it and I was like, you got me. But it said 1 in 4 U.S. women doesn't know how to do that. So that fucking is. It's a little weird. All right, bringing it back though. Vaginas though, that is a comeback kid. Also a comeback kid. Let's take it back to what we do know. The NBA is a comeback kid this week because lots going on in the NBA. Free agency started up. The draft. Although Pat and I were discussing the draft briefly before, and I was like, I feel like an old man. Because I think we both know 2 people in the draft. LaMelo Ball and
Obi Toppin. All-time great name.
Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin, best name since Mo Bamba.
Without a doubt. In fact, we need a remix to Mo Bamba called Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin. I don't know how it would go. But
like my buddy Obi Toppin.
There we go. Oh, fuck, shit, bitch.
Oh, no, it would be...
that was my favorite part of the song, though.
Dunk. It has
what
to
was that?
Dunk, because Obi Toppin dunks.
I'm Shaq West, and I'm getting really rich. I just like that was left in leaving the part, though, where I say, oh, fuck, shit, bitch. We need that. We need that
Every
transition.
frat guy in America needs that, too.
No, I get it, but that's my favorite part of the song. So
it's everybody's favorite part.
I'm very happy that was still there. We're just appreciating music here on the podcast. But also, in the NBA being back, I don't think anybody wants to be on the Rockets anymore. What the fuck?
I don't know. When all those rumors were going around, James Harden put out that Instagram story where he removed the cap off the bottle, but then focused in on the cap, saying that
it's
all
cap?
these stories are cap, which then
cap.
I had to do some research to find out what that meant.
That means you're fronting.
No. Cap.
It's like you're bullshitting.
Yeah, cap means bullshitting. No
so
cap means yeah. I mean, he's saying all the stories are bullshit.
No cap means I'm for real, dog.
Yeah. He was saying all the stories are bullshit. But also then there's I saw one on TMZ where it was Harden wants out because Tillman Fertitta supported Trump, and I was like, I don't know if you know this about rich guys.
Yeah, I got some bad news about a lot of other owners in the NBA or governors. Excuse me, governors, board of governors
tend to go for the tax breaks, and also if you want to go to Brooklyn, their owner is a big time Russian, and the Russians and Trump possibly.
Oh yeah, people forget that. People do.
So
you
don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so much shit. I've heard we're going to.
So the Rockets are fucked. I feel like is really what I'm getting. Although the Rockets did say they're they're fine with getting uncomfortable, which I don't know what that means. Probably not good things.
No, it means apparently the GM, it was a new guy who came in just saying, "Listen, we'll hold on to everybody. Everybody's under contract. If you want to trade for him, we're getting fair trade market. We're getting a shit ton, and if you don't want to give it to us, James Harden's under contract till 2023.
Because James wants to go to.
He wants to go play with Durant. They're like best friends.
Durant and Kyrie, but
Which actually, I kind of want to see that happen.
How do you not?
Kyrie will blow that up. Kyrie blows up every team.
How do you get anything other than one of those guys out of it? With it actually being value, nobody really on the Nets, no package of guys is ever going to be James Harden.
What you have to get is their next 14 first-round picks.
Which still won't really mean anything.
No, but if you think about it, in like 6 years, they'll all be old. So after 6 years, then you'll start getting high draft picks because nobody else will want to play in Brooklyn once those guys are done. Nobody gives a shit about Brooklyn. I don't give a shit about the Knicks, and the Knicks are the Knicks.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I want to go play for a
just
team that
makes me
Jay-Z's a part owner
thinking
for.
the Rockets are going to just get – it's all
Yeah,
over.
like,
I don't fit the Rockets. We're going to go back to Chase Budinger days.
Hey, I like
I hope – right, but Budinger was nowhere near James Harden, so like –
No, but he could jump really high, and every so often he'd throw
jump
down
really
a
high. But see, that was what we did
dunk.
because we had no star player. We were like, maybe he's going to be a star player.
And Montrezl Harrell, they played together. They were fun. Kevin Martin.
Yeah, Kmart was our big guy too. And Luis Scola.
The Scola scoop. Back in the good old days when we finished 14th every year and drafted in the middle of the first round, which are where nothing happens. Like really all of good players in the NBA come from the top 3 picks. Occasionally, like up to 8. You can get up to like 8. There's a good player. And then every so often in the like 12 to 13, 14 range,
you have a Kawhi.
There's a good player. Yeah. But 99% of the time, if you don't have a top 3 pick, you're getting just another guy who probably won't even be in the league in 4 years.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the NBA's back. A lot of that's going on. And we're just keeping our fingers crossed that somehow the Rockets can not get rid of everybody without getting anything.
If we're trading him, I want Joel Embiid. Trade him to the 76ers.
I don't trust Philadelphia, so I won't do it. Moving on now. Because Daryl Morey's there. And Daryl Morey fucks everybody. He trade rapes everybody.
Yeah, well, we'll throw in Josh Ennis. So you can take him back too.
I don't think he counts.
Oh, he definitely doesn't.
Just definitely not as like a part of the organizations is what I meant on that. My next comeback kid is the New York Football Giants. Guys, they're good again. They're good again. We're gonna win the NFC East. We're back in the driver's seat to win the division. Oh, we're good. We're good. I don't know if you know this, but Danny Dimes tied for the league lead in least turnovers in the last 2 weeks. He's also tied for the most wins in the last 2 weeks as well.
That's the
in
longest
case you're
streak.
Keeping count.
The longest streak of his career without a turnover.
He's on a hot streak. He's on a hot streak. And you know what? It's a hot streak. And watch out for Danny when he starts getting hot. Because pretty sure he's going to win it all this year now.
Bro,
I've sold myself. I told you guys. All it took was one win, and I was, oh boy. I'm all the way back in. I'm ready to get hurt again. I'm not going to get hurt again. Joe Judge, we fired the offensive line coach today. He was just like, no, he didn't do what I wanted him to do. Fuck him.
Imagine if you still had Saquon.
Imagine run pass option next year with Saquon and Danny, because that's going to be scary. That's going to be scary.
And then if anybody dares to hit him,
we're going to win the division. Obviously, we're a playoff team. It's very clear to see now, if you've watched the last 2 weeks specifically. But it's very, very clear to see that the Giants are the cream of the NFC East. They're the primo team that nobody wants to play in the playoffs. And
I don't know about that.
Not about this year, though. The next couple of years, the Giants are going to be fucking sick. The Giants are going to be fucking sick, guys.
The cream of the NFC is basically
like the beginning.
I don't know what's a better analogy for it. The fastest fat guy or the skinniest fat guy?
Skinniest fat guy's cooler.
Yeah. So you're the skinniest fat guy.
No, it's that meme where it's
the fastest fat guy because it still means nothing.
It's the meme where it's the trash bags like out by the dumpster, but there's the one gold one, and like it's like Eagles, Cowboys, Washington, and then the Giants are the gold trash bag. And it's like, see, we're gold, we're golden. But
you're gonna lose by 15 in the first round of the playoffs.
I don't know. We're scrappy.
Actually, no, because you won't be facing a 1 seed because you'll win your division. So you guys will probably be playing against the 5.
Exactly. I mean, who knows? We're probably going to. Then we could beat somebody there. Then we probably play the Packers, who are probably going to have the 1 seed. I don't know, dude. You'd probably be a little nervous.
Oh my God.
You'd probably be a little nervous if it was Giants Packers. Like you probably. No,
I wouldn't. But there's a chance you guys could be playing the Bears in the first round. I don't know. Bears wouldn't be a 5 seed.
That's a win.
That's a win. But Bears wouldn't be a 5 seed. If anything, they'll limp in at 7 or 8.
Right now, we're penciling the Giants in the second round of the playoffs already, boys. I've sold myself on that.
We are not.
No, we are all collectively selling ourselves on this.
No,
Giants are going to be in the second round of the playoffs. We're all going to be like, man, remember when Alex just said, hey, just buy in now. Buy in now. The Dan wagon is still accepting people. If you want to hop on, Robert, I know you're not a big football guy, but hop on the Dan wagon. Danny Dimes, he's going to fuck shit up in a good way for the Giants going forward. He's going to fuck other teams up because they were just like, hey, man, all he does is fumble. Okay, well, now he stopped fumbling, but he throws a lot of picks. Okay, now he stopped doing turnovers. Uh-oh. No turnover, Danny, is really good, Danny.
Two things.
The team wants to play. The team is figuring out how to come together. I don't fucking care who they've beaten.
Hey, win's a win.
Fuck shit up. Win's a win.
Win's a win.
First place,
first
place.
One, I need you to find me somewhere where I can bet on the Giants exiting in the first round of the playoffs because I want to take that bet right now.
I've already taken the Giants NFC champions and NFC East champs already futures. Already put my money on.
Oh shit! I should have bet the NFC East champs. I didn't think about that already.
Dude, the other thing is plus 1,025 was what I got it at.
And also right now I guarantee that during the first round of the NFC championship, the first round of the playoffs,
NFC championship,
you will be yelling, "Fuck shit, bitch," because you guys will be getting killed.
Because I'll be playing the Mo Bamba song after we have won the first round of the playoffs, advanced to the second. And I'm fuck, shit, bitch. We're probably playing the Packers, and we're going to get really rich because my futures bet's going to hit. Because, I think you'd be a little bit nervous if you were playing the Giants. On the win streak like this, you guys struggled against the Jags. The Giants are better than the Jags.
I don't think I would be that nervous.
Giants are better than the Jags right now. I think you'd be a little bit nervous.
Wow. Eagles are still the favorite right now. They're minus 140. Giants are plus 210. Yep, betting that.
Put all your money on it.
I'm not doing that.
Put all the money you have.
But I am betting 3 times what my normal bet amount is on them. So
Giants are going to fucking do it, guys. I'm all in. Again, I was dead. I was dead to this team 4 weeks ago. I'm back. I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens right now. I'm living in now. I'm living in the now, guys. And Danny has figured it out. Joe Judge, I love Joe Judge. I absolutely love Joe Judge. He's the savior that this team needed. The special teams is fucking shit up. If you got good special teams, who would have thought? That's just get short fields.
Well, actually, I would have thought because you know what his job was last year.
Special team. No, I'm saying – that's what we dominated. Wait, we haven't done well with a defensive guy. We've also not done well with an offensive guy. What about special teams? Let's try it. So third time's the charm. Fucking worked. I was really glad that they didn't go to the kicker specialist guy as the head coach because that was probably next. But I think the Giants are good. I think people are buying in. Golden Tate had to fucking apologize and all that shit. Oh, they're
good enough to win that. They're not good, though.
They're good. They're good. We'll see you in the playoffs, Packers. We'll see you there.
I don't think we will see each other because we're both going to be division winners and you're going to lose in the first round.
Oh, no, we'll be there in the second round after we beat the Bears or whoever you just said we're going to beat. We've already put them in there.
No way it'll be the
Bears.
Bears.
100% on the Giants.
Packers might actually play the Bears in the first round because Packers have a good chance of getting the 1 seed and the Bears are going to have the 7. Actually, I honestly, at this point, I don't think the Bears are going to make it. I'm just saying it's possible. But anyway.
But the most important thing is the Giants are going to make it. As a podcast, we've all bought in on them, and everybody collectively listening as well as on the podcast is an active Giants fan that will be rooting them on going forward.
Another comeback kid is just Yankees cheaters. Just Yankees being dirty cheaters. Robinson Cano, who even though he's not on there anymore,
hasn't been on the
long-time
Yankees
Yankee,
for a while,
will will be suspended for the entire 2021 season after testing positive for steroids for the second time in his career. He's a
Zero times when he was on the
line
Yankees. 0 times when he was on the
Oh,
Yankees.
yeah.
That's why we actually got rid of him.
It started.
We got rid of him because
right
we were
after
like,
he left.
no, thank you, Robinson. We don't do that here in New York.
I like how the Mets get him, and they're instantly just, nope, done for the year.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, he was on Seattle, I think, when he got the first one.
Yep.
Fuck Robinson Cano, though. Fuck him. Moving on.
Fuck him.
New York Giants, they're going to probably go to the playoffs. They're definitely going to the playoffs. Probably going to go to the NFC Championship, maybe the Super Bowl. Who knows? But Dan Wagon, I'm still accepting people that want to hop on that. So if you want to hop on the Dan Wagon and root on Danny Dimes of the Giants, we're going to all do it. And we're all going to be happy when they win. Moving on. Hail Marys. They're back because fucking Kyler Murray threw a Hail Mary and DeAndre Hopkins caught it. And also back with that is making fun of the Texans for trading Bill O'Brien trading DeAndre Hopkins. So it was kind of like
specifically making fun of Bill O'Brien.
It was a double whammy for Texans fans. We were like, fuck, that guy could have done that for us. As we struggled in a loss to the Browns and couldn't put up points. Maybe if we had a guy that could just yank the ball down no matter where it was thrown from, we could have probably beat the Browns. You got to wonder
if this, though,
that was going through some people's heads. I don't know for a fact, but I would just imagine.
Tell me if I'm just being a Packers homer here. And I want to preface this by saying, like,
I get it. We're good. We're fans of good teams. So you know what? Like,
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. What Kyler had to do to even be able to get that throw off was amazing. But did that throw not have the same flair as an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary? Or am I just being a homer?
I think it was all luck. It's all luck.
Well, I mean, it wasn't luck. Kyler made a great play to get outside, and then DeAndre Hopkins just went up and just made an amazing play.
Right.
But that's what he does. So I don't think it was luck. He just went up and took the ball. But
it was luck that Kyrie got it off, and then DeAndre is just a beast. There's no such thing as 50 ball with him.
Yeah. I think for me, the reason that it didn't have the same flair is because it was, a 43-yard Hail Mary, 45-yard? Like, if it's a Hail Mary for me, you're going to throw it from past half field. But, I mean, that's just me, and I have the greatest Hail Mary quarterback of all time on my team, so.
I mean, and then I have, like, the future greatest quarterback of all time on my team, too. So, like, you know, as two guys with teams that have just elite quarterbacks, it was weird watching a subpar quarterback make a very good throw. Every once in a while, Kyler's going to fucking connect. Every once in a while, he's going to connect. But you know what? It doesn't matter. He's not going to win a Super Bowl, I'll tell you that much. And that was the curse. And I remember I also cursed the Eagles, and then what happened? Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder, guys.
God, the fucking Eagles are just
cursed.
Absolute,
you could say.
Like, anomaly. I have no idea what's going on with them. I heard someone say this week, and I think it's accurate, that it looks like they just don't practice. They just show up every week because then they get on the field and they have no idea what they're doing.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And I hope they keep it up for years.
It's fucking crazy.
Years to come, maybe.
But yeah, that Hail Mary was amazing.
Hail Murray, I think, is what they're calling it.
Ooh.
After Bill Murray.
Hop Murray. No, that doesn't work as well.
Nope. That wasn't not even close. Not even close. Moving on, though. Let's get to our next segment. The What Would Jesus Do segment that I told you guys we're running low. Running low on What Would Jesus Do submissions. Hashtag PTGWWJD at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter. That's how you submit these scenarios in which Jesus might find himself in a modern time. You know, like you throw Jesus into 2020. We all used to have those WWJD bracelets, but it never told you what he would do. We'll tell you what Jesus would do in these situations. Use the hashtag PTGWWJD to at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter. Submit us your questions, and we'll get to the bottom of it. This week's What Would Jesus Do? Actually, no. Here's the intro for What Would Jesus Do from our buddy Jingle Blake Wonder.
Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our good buddy Matthew Jaramillo at TX Jalapeno 85. Matthew says, what would Jesus do in the fire service?
I mean, fight fires.
That was what I was gonna say too.
What
Is
he
this like a
gonna do,
trick
not fight
question?
him?
Forgive them?
No, maybe like
he just walks up to a building like a burning orphanage and he's like, I forgive you for killing these orphans.
It's okay.
what if he's more like one of those jugglers that lights with things on fire, like bowling pins that are on fire.
Why would he be in the fire service though?
It could be like
It is a
fire
service
industry.
that you could pay for.
Maybe we find out
The
Jesus can
fire
also walk
service
across fire.
The fire service industry really isn't talked about as much as it should be. Service industry people get a lot of credit for it. But what about the bartenders that blow fire? You know, Robert's bringing up some points that I didn't really ever think about.
We started Yelp for the fire service industry. They put out the fire at my house, but he was a little bit rude. 2 out of 5.
It was too wet. The house was too wet afterwards. He put out a fire, ma'am? Yeah, but did you have to get everything so wet?
Overall experience, the ambiance was a 0.
The ambiance. I mean, they saved my house, but just like, where's the story?
I don't think I really have much clever to say about it. Jesus would fight fires, man. I don't know. Hold on, let me put it this way. He would definitely be able to put out every fire in a quicker and more efficient way than what we currently have, but I don't know what else.
What if there's like I always
he would put him out, but he's a carpenter, so he would put it out and then he would rebuild your house.
But what if okay, I don't know why I always try and think of like sitcoms with Jesus as the main character. Just throwing but right there, like what if Jesus was a carpenter in the sitcom and he just kept building like stuff out of super flammable things? And it's like, dude, quit building it out of that. Build something out of stone. Like, it won't fucking catch fire as well. But also,
he just uses like matchbooks and asbestos
and hay. just all the things the little pigs used, basically.
Why would Jesus make things out of flammable stuff? Come on. Bad sitcom.
What about okay, so Jesus is in the like fire department, but like he's not really a great firefighter. He can literally just turn water into wine. And it's like, dude, like nobody cares. Like now we're just pouring wine on this fire. Like it puts it out.
It's putting it out.
It's the same thing as if we were just pouring water on it, Jesus. This is not a help. Like you're not doing anything. I was like, yeah, but guys. Well, turned all the water of the truck into wine. It's like, yeah, man. That doesn't do me shit.
Rescue me, but one of the firefighters in the house is also Jesus, and every wrong decision Dennis Leary makes, Jesus just in the corner like, you shouldn't do that. Ooh, here's another one. It's like King of Queens.
See, once you get started, it keeps spiraling.
No, it's King of Kings. It's the exact same thing as King of Queens, except instead of Doug Heffernan, it's Jesus. But his wife still just yells at him.
It's Mary Magdalene, though.
Tough.
Jesus, you disappeared on me for 3 days, and you came back and you had to throw a holiday party.
Ooh, actually, you know what? Here's what I want. Same actors, though. Still Leia Remini playing Mary Magdalene, and still Kevin James playing Jesus. I want fat Jesus in the sitcom.
You know, the everyman Jesus. I like that. But
yeah, and then
he's not
still Jerry Stiller.
Gluttony.
Yeah, but still Jerry Stiller is her dad, and he's just yelling, you think because my daughter was a whore, you can treat me like this?
Jerry Stiller spins on Satan because he lives in the basement.
Oh, Mary's father was Satan.
See?
Ooh, that's a spin on this that I like.
See, now we have that's a whole season we just built in right there. And boom.
Let's get to work on this.
All right, I'm telling you guys.
You guys are lawyers. You can't steal this. Can't steal
You can't.
You're lawyers.
Attorney-client privilege, because we are discussing it in the same area that you are listening to it in. You guys cannot steal our idea, or else we're gonna sue. But yeah, we verbal trademark that as well. But just, I'm telling you, I've always thought of like Jesus sitcoms, like what if Jesus was just like an okay carpenter? Like he wasn't great.
No one said he was great.
Right, but like they're just like, I mean, he's the son of God and all, but like this gazebo he built me was kind of a piece of shit.
I'll tell you this. My last answer for this too is if Jesus was in the fire service, he'd move a hell of a lot of calendars because that dude was cut up.
Dude was ripped. But which month do you give him? His birthday month or Easter?
Oh yeah, he's December.
Easter is kind of his time to shine, though.
No, he's December. Definitely.
He rose from the dead.
Well, Easter changes. It can be in March, like late March, or it could be April. So I think he gets December.
Birthday
December.
boy. We'll do a Pastor Year Bible calendar. We'll do a Pastor Year Bible calendar, and we'll just dress up like Bible characters. But like, they're like, "Oh, Cain got." It looks like Cain got March.
Every single month, it's just us as the three wise men.
Because Jesus got December, so we have to be wise men.
No, but I was thinking about every single month. It's the same picture, but our faces are just in different orders of the three wise men.
No, I think we'd have to do. We're all going to hell for just even discussing this calendar. But what if we donate the money to a church, though?
Weezy's obviously the lamb.
Or a lion. Weezy's the lions. I could be Daniel Lion's Den for that'll be our May calendar.
I just want one of me as
really,
baby Jesus.
The wheels are spinning right now, guys.
My head on baby Jesus's body in the little manger.
Yeah, I mean, that would work. That would work.
Every picture, Robert's in the corner just looking disapprovingly at us.
We just have 1 month. There's just a bush we light on fire. It's the burning bush. Nailed it.
I actually really want to do this now.
Then, let's just say it's like a summery feel, like July. It's just a bottle of wine, but like we put some tape over it and it says "used to be water." There's another month. Knocked it out. Super easy on the cheap.
I love that.
Then I don't know, but we'll spitball. We'll have something for you guys.
We're gonna workshop this
by the new year, because I think we already knocked out 4 months, and we aren't even. But like, I wanted to say that Cain would be one of them, and like from Cain and Abel, but it would really just be Cain, the wrestler, like one of us dressed up as him.
Ooh, October. It's just Jesus punching somebody dressed up as a pagan spirit.
Yeah,
somebody in costume, and Jesus is just knocking them out.
Robert, anything to add?
I don't know. I think you guys can figure it out.
Nothing else? You didn't?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Would we have like Hanukkah on this calendar?
I think you have to,
man.
don't you?
I just thought of one, and I don't know if it's fucked up or funny.
December Hanukkah too? What? Let's go. Let's hear
February, it's just Jesus holding a Black Lives Matter sign.
Wow, Pat. Wow. I don't even.
It does. I mean, I think Jesus would be behind it, and he does.
Not offensive to you, then okay. But if it was offensive, I'm on your side.
Jesus does not want to steal their month.
I mean, Jesus thinks Black Lives Matter. I think Jesus thinks that. The Jesus I know, that's what he thinks.
Yeah.
We gotta change.
I don't know.
She just would put out fires if he was in the fire service. Back to that. Boy, I thought
sell
that
a shit ton of calendars.
I thought that was going to be a what would Jesus do that we just blew right through.
Yep, that's always the ones that take forever.
It was the exact opposite of that. All right, let's tell you, though, about our good friends from Southern Star Brewing Company, the official sponsor of our PTG Picks segment that we're about to get into. I don't know about you, Pat, but I'm really looking forward to this week's PTG Picks segment. I'm really, really looking forward to it. But Pat and I were up at Southern Star this weekend. No big deal. I was a judge at the Texas Custom Knife Show. Pat was an officiant, which is awesome. We had a great time up there. Shout out to Jake Sewell, who you guys heard on last week's episode. He invited us to all do that. I guess he straight up asked Pat to do it on the podcast. I think I just spilled water.
Yeah.
On the keyboard, so that's what I'm trying to wipe off. If you guys are watching the video, I apologize. But the Texas Custom Knife Show was awesome up at Southern Star. They put on the Notre Dame game for Pat. They rolled out the red carpet for us. They're going to do that for you guys on December the 19th. We got the 7th annual Pass the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular. It's going down. We are going on around 1 or 1:30. Then we have 3 live bands. We got Winston Cook, Dizzy Moore, and High Dive. Santa's coming. Santa! He's going to be there at 6. So it's going to be a fucking full day of just awesomeness. They're doing the Stacker Challenge. I saw it's like an eating comp that they're going to be doing, eating competition. We're not doing Pass the Gravy, bro. I keep talking like this is Big Brother. But they're doing a competition where to see who can eat the most burgers, I think is what it is. It's awesome. You can go check it out on my Facebook page. I don't think you get to participate.
Why not?
If it's after the podcast. I think it's before the podcast, though.
Okay, why would that affect anything? You think I just ate a pound and a half steak.
Throw up.
I just ate a pound and a half steak and some mushrooms before we started this, bro. I am a machine.
Yeah, but you'll have your nerves going when you're doing the live show. I don't want your nerves to get going, buddy.
Bro, I think you're very underestimating.
Pat's like a dog. When people come over that he's not used to, he's like, oh, everybody's here. Everybody's here. They're all here to see me. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. And he wants to go get petted by everybody, but he can't, so he's stressed out about it.
No, we talked about this earlier. I don't like to be touched.
Right, but sometimes when there's people around, you get excited.
No, food. I get excited for food.
Okay, well, either way.
But anyway, back to our good friends at
Southern Star, December 19th, the Christmas Spooktacular. That's going down. The Texas Custom Knife Show is awesome this weekend. Oh, by the way, you know what else is awesome? The Corova Milkshake IPA of theirs. It's a limited edition. It's going away. They've made all that they're going to make. Go check it out. HEB at any of your local liquor stores, specifically like Specs, Total Wine & More, Goody, all the bigger ones. Kroger, though. But they loaded me up with some. I was like, yo, I got to get some of the Corova Milkshake. My HEB doesn't have it. Keith hooked me up. Thank God, because it's all I've been drinking this week. It's all I've been drinking.
It's amazing.
Phenomenal. The Corova Milkshake IPA of theirs. Get it while you can. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. They've also got the low calorie IPAs. They have so many beers. We were talking to Keith this weekend. Like the next year, they have so many plans for new beers, new things, events, all kinds of awesome things that are going to be going on at Southern Star from Southern Star. It's going to be awesome. If you're not on the Southern Star train, what are you doing? Do you just
figure it out?
Get your shit together, all right, guys? Get it together. Corova Milkshake, Bombshell Blonde, Strawberry Bombshell Blonde, Conspiracy Theory, Savatomico, Juicy IPA, all kinds of awesome beers. There's something for everybody at Southern Star Brewing Company. The Southern Brunch, their citrus shandy, the mimosa beer. It's incredible. What we have? The Operation Fermentation we were having up at the brewery, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. If you want to go check out the brewery yourself, let them know you're from the Gravy Gang. They'll hook you up. Corova Milkshake, though, I get why Pat said it was his new favorite. It is growing on me very quickly.
It's ridiculous.
This segment is brought to you by our good friends at Alamo Remedy CBD. The best CBD there is. I was using some Alamo Remedy, some of the cream, the cucumber melon cream that I had. I was rubbing it on my ankle after playing soccer this weekend. It was amazing, and it definitely was feeling better by Sunday. Almost all of their prices almost all of their products are priced at $17.99. They contain 250 milligrams of CBD, which is almost 50% off of the national brands. They got the gummies, the lotion, the tincture oil, and the capsules. Those are $17.99. What a friggin' deal. And if you use our promo code PTG at checkout, you're going to get 10% off of your order. Go check that out. They also have the hemp flower. Go try that. I think that's $19.99. A couple bucks more, and you can cook it, you can smoke it. It's going to give you the chilled, relaxed effect without any of the like awkwardness, the paranoia or anything like that when you're going out. You're not going to be like, they all know I'm high, because you're not going to be high. You're just going to be chilled and relaxed while you're out there. With the gummies, I would recommend taking like a half a gummy at first, seeing how that affects you, and then maybe upping the dose if it's good enough for you. But the lotion is awesome, tincture is awesome, and the capsules are awesome as well. I love those gummies. When I was flying to Maryland a couple weeks ago for a funeral, my mom was all stressed out, and I gave her one of the gummies, and she was chilled out the rest of the flight. And so that stuff works. I promise you will not be let down. $17.99 for most of their products. Go check it out, alamoremedy.com, alamoremedy.com. If you get anything from them using our promo code PTG at checkout at alamoremedy.com, that's 10% off of all of your order. And tag them on Twitter at alamoremedy and at alamoremedcbd on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting us. alamoremedy.com, promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off your order. That's alamoremedy.com, promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off your order. This is the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I can lead off. Mine aren't really that strong, but I'll go first if y'all want.
Sure.
So Emma and I, a couple of weeks ago after Halloween, bought some leftover unsold Halloween candy. And I bought some that had it was the chocolate, the big group, like the bunches of little mini chocolate ones. And it was like Three Musketeers.
Hell yes.
Milky Way, Snickers. Then they got a Twix. For the life of us, fucking Twixes, just, you can't find them. There's like 5 Twixes in each bag, and there's a million of everything else. And it's like the Twix obviously is the best thing. But what the fuck? The ratio, guys, is absolutely
not a great ratio on Twixes.
No wonder that was the unsold candy. I'm just upset. And it's like, yeah, I buy it for less than $2? Yes. Is it a large bag of candy? Yes, it is, Alex. I understand I'm complaining about things I bought on sale. But what the fuck? Give me some Twixes.
Yeah.
I need more than
The only thing better than Walgreens the day after a candy holiday is Walgreens 2 to 3 days after, because the next day it's 50% off. Sometimes the next day after that it's still 50. Then it drops to 75%
eventually
off.
It's all Smarties and like fucking the chalky ones, and nobody likes.
That's what I'm saying. You got to find the right area. But yeah, dude, there's never enough Twix, and it's all about the caramel, man.
It's
now I will say
I
this.
I just don't understand. Throw a couple more. I don't know. Emma's a big Milky Way. I'm a Snickers guy myself.
No, I'm with you because I'm a huge
Snickers, Three
guy.
Musketeers, Milky Way, and Twix were the 4 that come in the pack.
Milky Way is very underrated. That
is.
Light, fluffy, whatever the fuck that layer is. I don't know what it is.
As is Three Musketeers.
Delicious.
Nobody picks Three Musketeers, but Three Musketeers is nice as a treat.
You know what might be the most slept on?
It's like a Mr. Goodbar. Not the best, but it's a nice little snack.
No, the most slept on one though is the 100 grand.
I agree with that as well. Babe Ruth also underrepresented, I feel like.
But like Babe Ruth, it's just peanuts and caramel, which is fucking phenomenal. Don't get me wrong.
It's like the basic candy bar.
The 100 grand is one that nobody thinks about because when you think of candy bars, you think of Butterfinger, Snickers, Milky Way. You think of the main one, you don't think of 100 grand. So goddamn good though. So fucking good. It's definitely a B tier candy bar in terms of recognition and name status.
But it's bomb when you get one.
Yeah. In flavor, it is definitely A tier.
But yeah, just like I know it's a very first world problem. Like the fucking layoff candy is not coming through for me, but put some more tricks in your mixed bag, all right, guys. My other one is just traffic in general. Like I'm not somebody that deals with traffic on the reg anyways. I drive to work very early. I leave work when other people are typically still at work. But I feel like you guys may know that I kind of have a short fuse on a lot of things, and traffic is
no way.
And then me not being used to traffic, just like I was coming back from Southern Star because he was responsible and drank water and was okay to drive. And Pat remembers, I was like, I'm not going to drink this IPA.
I was there. I can 100% attest that Alex was fine to drive.
Driver. And I was like, Emma, you enjoy yourself. You do that because I'm a great guy. I'm a great guy. No brag, but I'm a great guy. Emma is off in the corner. She definitely won't walk in front of the camera, but she's off in the corner, like shaking her head yes to me right now. Just believe that too, also, guys. But I was just driving home, and there was like a wreck, and there were like two other things, just like where they were causing traffic, and I was just like losing my shit, and it's just in general, just. Where you're just like, I'm just cruising, and then what the fuck? I don't want to just sit here. I just don't want to fucking sit here and exit. I was just fucking dumb, and I fucking hate traffic, and traffic is stupid.
It's the worst.
I just had 3 like mini explosions yelling at people in front of me. And whether it's the person that like thinks there's traffic, but there's not traffic, so they're 97 car lengths behind the car in front of them, and you're like, what are we doing? We don't need to be going 37. We don't need to be going 37. This is a 65. This is like just okay, cool. And then like it doesn't make sense. I don't ever understand that guy ever. I don't understand the guy at the lights specifically. That's always been a not cool of mine that I've brought up multiple times where it's like, hey, I'm 9 car lengths back, even though I'm the first car at a light. And it's like, hey man,
it should be legal to
keep on driving into the intersection and wait for somebody to T-bone you because you're a fucking idiot.
It should be legal to shoot out that guy's tires. If you are stopped, whether you're the first car or the 8th car, and you leave like 3 car lengths between you and the car in front of you, and you're just sitting there, legal, and like unless you're in the far right lane. Yeah, but if I get hit from behind,
then that way I won't hit the car in front of me. It's like if you parked fucking half of that distance, you'd be fine.
Nope. Take out their tires.
Do you think a fucking rocket ship is gonna fly into the back of you? Bitch, you were a football field behind the car in front of you. You're fine.
Yeah, take away that guy's license and shoot out his tires. I'm 100% with you. But yeah, traffic, getting used to it again. Traffic is tough.
Not being used to traffic. That's really the not cool. I'm not used to traffic, so my temperance, my availability of time that I can deal with traffic is much lower than I guess everybody that has to deal with it on a regular basis. So
I've had a slow build back
checking my privileged. I'm pissed off.
Man, I'm telling you, when it was full on quarantine, and I-10 was wide open on my drive to work, I was like, whoa, this is great. And then as soon as a little bit of traffic came back in, like enough to where like I just had to slow down to switch lanes to get around somebody. The first time that happened, I blew up in my car. I blew up. I was, fuck you, get the fuck, what are you fucking doing? And it was like literally I just had to like just change lanes.
When it's night and now you're in that, do you flash brights? Do you flash brights at people? I flashed brights. I was that guy. I was like, go!
Every so often, like it's got to be a specific situation where like if you're going under the speed limit and you're blocking traffic, like if it's a 2-lane road or something like that, and the speed limit's 60 and you're going 55, but there's a car in the right lane also, or right-hand lane also, and you're blocking traffic, I'll fucking flash my lights at you, like, get the fuck out of the way.
Okay.
But, like, just if you're in front of me and I'm going extra fast, but you're still like, if you're going speed limit, at least, I'm not going to flash you.
So, Robert, you wouldn't flash Robert?
Who's
only going the speed limit?
What makes me angry, but I'm too impatient to do, whenever somebody has their brights in and all of a sudden you get in front of them and you see their brights on, I always want to slow down and get back behind them and turn my brights on until they realize it. But then I'm like, well, I'll just hit the gas and get away from them.
Yeah.
But like people that forget their lights are on, fuck you. Or, and I know we've talked about this 100 times, people that have those lights that are so bright you think they're brights, Go fuck
They're
yourself. You don't need
LEDs,
those on
yeah.
your car. Stop it. Stop.
So yeah, traffic. That's why not cool.
Yeah.
And
I've
Twix.
just got a couple quick ones. The first one's my back. Since Assassin's Creed Valhalla has came out, I have been playing ridiculous hours of it, like at a time. Like I think last Saturday I played 8 to 10 hours in one day. Yeah, because I had nothing to do and I have no responsibilities as a human. It's fucking great.
You were up
But,
at
like,
Southern
my
Star on
s-
Saturday for a good portion of the day.
Maybe it wasn't Saturday then.
Maybe it was
I
Friday.
don't. Well, Saturday I did play till like 3 a.m.
Oh, okay.
and I got.
You're good on
I
Friday,
don't-
Saturday.
I don't know. I think I played for like 6-7 hours on Saturday because as soon as I got home, I let the dogs out. I turned it on and I fucking started playing. And basically every day I've been playing at least an hour and a half of this game, if not 3 to 4 hours. But the seat that I'm in is not the best for it because I keep finding myself leaning forward playing it. So I'm at this just bad angle.
Yeah.
And then eventually when I go to stand up, my back is just like, nope, that's an angle you haven't been in 5 hours. That's not good. And it just hurts. And I've been using some Alamo Remedy, and it does alleviate the pain. But like, man, I keep doing it, and it's just this is not good. This is not good for my back, and it's been very bad.
Emma always makes fun of me about like how I play video games. Where like when I start getting into things, she's like, you start leaning, and then you like put your feet on the table, and then you like stand up, and it's like, well, yeah. It was intense in certain points in the game. Like, excuse me for caring.
Well, this is the only one too, because like
you're doing that again.
Other games when I play them, like there'll be breaks and there's time to, but Assassin's Creed, it's such a long one. There's a lot of travel time to where you just kind of get set into a position and you don't realize it, and then 20 minutes later you go to move and you're like, oh, that was not a good position for my back, and I did not realize it. But yeah, there's that one, and then the other one is just, at my restaurant we do fried turkeys and sides and stuff for Thanksgiving, so people call in. And yesterday was our official day where we cut off taking orders for turkeys because we're already at 198 turkeys for pickups on Thanksgiving or whatever the fuck it is. It's a lot. So the people have just called in and they're like, I want to order my turkey, and I'm sorry, we're actually cut off from turkeys. We're still doing sides, but so wait, you mean to tell me I can't order a turkey? Well,
that's exactly what we mean.
Yes, that's what I just told you. Well, since when? I'm like, well, actually today was the day that we cut it off because we had. So you're telling me I'm 1 day late? Well, yes, you're 1 day late because you're trying to order the turkey a week ahead of time. Like, we do massive numbers of this shit. You're trying to order your Thanksgiving meal 1 week. Like, this shit is important.
And
fucking
also,
order it ahead of time.
Add to that, I love that it's like, wait, you mean like the cutoff for you to do all the work for me is gone? Like, that's past? It's like, yeah. Now you actually have to do something.
You're like, you're just done, and I can't get my food. Well, yes, because 198
That's how time works.
198 people called ahead of you.
That's not 200.
This is what I love. Like, for the last 2 weeks, I've been getting calls. People are like, well, how long do I have? And I'm like, I don't really have a time frame to give you. Just, whenever we run out of slots. Why would you just do it
if you didn't know how long you had? Like, why not just be like, I'd like to just get it in beforehand?
Well, sometimes people will call me, well, I still have to get my order together and talk to my family to see who's going to be here, which I understand. But then they would be like, well, how long do we have? And I'm like, oh, I really don't know. It's just a matter of when the orders come in and how much. Okay, so like, how long would you guess that is? And I'm like, ma'am, I really don't know. It depends on once the orders start to come in, they start to come in fast. But I cannot give you a time frame because I don't know how fast we'll fill it. But would you say that's like a day, a week? I'm like, ma'am, I don't fucking know. Call your family today, get your order together, and call me back. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell. Like, and then they're the ones that get mad. Like, well, like you said, I had a little bit of time. And like, man, that was like 6 days ago. And then we got 87 orders in the last 6 days because they talk to their family and they plan ahead. Now we're a week ahead of time.
The people that
Like,
don't
you're
have
gonna
time,
order
like,
what-
they
Well,
don't take into
I
account
just
any other
thought a week-
preparation. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought a week would be plenty of time. Yeah, for you.
Because that's all you had to
For
do
us,
is place
like
an
I said,
order.
We're doing 200 turkeys in one day, man. We have to fry all of them in one day. The guys get there at 3 o'clock in the morning and start frying. Sorry. Go to Kroger.
Those are the same
And these
people
that are just like, I don't, you know what? I'm going to call Jonathan because I know him. Fucking do it, lady. See
Tell
if
him
it
I said
helps.
hey. Let him know I said hey.
My name is Pat. Give him my name.
Tell him to go fuck himself. He'll get it. It's a little,
Tell him I
joke
told
we
you
got
to go
going
knock
on.
the dust off your pussy and fucking cry about it.
That's like when I used to do the catering job before. Like I would like serve ice cream at like these like like business buildings, and people would be like, oh, we'd serve until like 1 till 3 or whatever, and it would be like 3:30 or 3:40, and I'm like packing up, putting stuff because you stay out later, you give a couple extra people some time or whatever, but it's like you've like packed up everything. What? Like, oh, did I just miss it? I mean, I'm just like how long ago did you in? It's like 45 minutes. I mean, and that's it? And you're like, yeah, man. Like, there's a time, and that time's over. And we aren't in that time. So now
I
we
deal
do
with that
this
all the
thing.
time.
And it's just like
all the time.
Do you like that is how time works, dude. I know you like Harry Potter's very big, and they have the little fucking hourglass you can flip and go back in time. So Hermione can take a lot of classes. But we don't have that in real life. You can't do that here. And so you being a dick to me isn't going to make me be like, I'm going to help this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I deal with that all the time.
I'm not more inclined when you yell at me and then gripe. I really want to fuck you over.
Our kitchen closes at 2 o'clock for lunch because most of the time, those same guys that are working lunch are coming back in. We open at 5:30. So people will show up at like 1:58 or 1:55 and be like, can I get a table? I'm like, well, I can seat you, but literally, like, I can hand you your menu. You have to order right away because our kitchen closes at 2 because these guys have to, they get their break and then they come back in tonight. And I'll drop them off. I'll come back by like 2 minutes later and be like, hey, are you ready to order? Yeah, we need a little bit more time. I'm like,
what did I just say to you?
Literally, you have to order because our kitchen is about to close. So, like, I'll give you another minute, but, like, you need to figure out what you want because our kitchen's going to close. So I can be like, we're just, I don't know. Well, can I get the steak medium well? I'm like, go fuck yourself. You want a steak that's going to take 20 minutes to cook?
The end of somebody closing is like the worst. It's like
they're dicks.
It's in 2020. You have so many options where you could DoorDash. Katz's Deli. If there's like no place I can get food from and I'm drunk and we just got back from somewhere, I'll just order Katz's Deli because I know it's open 24 hours and somebody will deliver it to me. And it's like I can find a way to get a sandwich or whatever. But like there's ways to get food at all times of any day now. And to just gripe that somebody won't wait on you to do your own thing. Like I hate being the guy that walks into a place and like is like, oh, y'all are about to close. Well, no, let me sit down real quick. Like as somebody that worked at, like when I used to do pizza, I used to work at pizza places and it was like, you'd close at 10 and at 9:56, somebody would call and order a whole pizza. And he's like, no, I mean, we got to deliver it, but fuck now. It's like that.
The best
guy,
though.
No, this is the case, right?
The best is when someone will be like, well, can I order something to go? And it'll be like 2:45. Like I said, our kitchen closes at 2. They've just been sitting there. Like, I'm sorry, like, our kitchen's closed. And like, well, nobody told us. And like, well, ma'am, you've been the only 2 in the restaurant for the last 45 minutes. Like, literally, you've been the only 2 people in here. You saw me let all of my servers go because they walked out of the door 15 minutes ago. You saw me let them all leave.
Do you have cereal that you can just pour them in that situation? Because you should.
No.
Here's some Captain Crunch.
But anyway. We've gone on long enough. Robert, what's your not cool?
Yeah, top that one.
I don't think I can. That was a pretty good one.
Pat now it's talking forever. That's just not cool.
Yeah. I know last week I mentioned how I was upset that I wouldn't be able to get my PS5 early. I would get it on the day of. And it turned out that I didn't get it on the day of because FedEx just doesn't know how to deliver things on time. They wrote in their little tracking app that they attempted to deliver it, but I know they didn't because I'm home all day. So I had to wait until Friday to get it. So I couldn't even get it early. I couldn't even get it on time. I got it late. And then I got a new phone because the back glass of my old one just like started peeling off. And luckily it was still under warranty, but now I'm setting up all the accounts, all the email accounts, all the work accounts on my
You have
new
to remember
phone.
every password from all
Mhm.
the million. Like Robert, you're in a weird part where like I feel like a lot of people don't realize what it's like to run multiple accounts. Where Robert has so many like radio station, Twitter, Instagram accounts that he's also got to be on, as well as his own accounts, as well as the Pass the Gravy accounts. As like Robert has like 9 things he's got to log into, and you're like, crap. Like anytime somebody gets fired from anywhere, you have to change the password. And like honestly, one of the best things about working with you, Robert, like having you work at the same building as me, is the fact that I'm like, hey, what is the password for this? Like I don't have to go around to other people where I'm like, I know I can just text Robert, and Robert will usually tell me if he has it already. But like that is the pain in the ass that I remember getting my phone, my newest phone that I have now, like a couple years ago, and texting you, be like, Robert, do you know the passwords? Like what's the password for the shirts? What's the password for the merch store? What's the password for this? And it's just like, damn it. And you just, that panic that kind of subtly goes through your body as you're like, oh no. And it's like, no, this is not the password. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, am I going to be locked out? Oh God. And it's like you overreacting to everything, even though it's like not that big a deal, but it feels like the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah, it's like 6 different station accounts for like Twitter and Instagram. Then Pass the Gravy, my podcast, my own personal accounts. It's just so many. And like some of the passwords, like for work accounts, they're tied to a phone number. So a code gets sent. So then I have to wait for that. I have to wait for the code to get. So I had to text my boss, who then will
So
send me the
okay, I was
code.
gonna say that because like the code getting sent, sometimes if it gets sent to you, that's okay because you can just do it right then. But that's the worst when you have to get it sent to somebody else and then approve it.
Mm-hmm. It's just so annoying going through all the setups again.
That's
Which like I
rough, buddy.
get
I'm
why they
sorry.
have them. I get why they have them in place. But somebody's like, I was just trying to do work.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect to get all new everything. And then with work emails, no matter what you do to try and set them up on your phone, I feel like it always takes forever.
Yeah, because you got to go.
That is not cool, Robert.
Thank you,
That is
Pat.
that's the best one. You topped Pat's. Like Pat's is really good.
Yeah,
Yours is
mine was
like,
just me bitching. Yours is actual like really inconvenient shit.
I don't know. I think Pat's was
it's
good
like,
too.
yeah, no, y'all's are both good. Mine was me just really like, why is there not enough Twix? that was what my not cool came down to this week, guys.
You know what'll make you feel better though? The delicious sense of Little M air fresheners.
It would. The aroma that a Little M air freshener would put out. That's the official air freshener sponsor of Past 380 Podcast. I have a Little M air freshener in my car. Actually, not to brag, I have 2 cars right now. I'm working on selling another car, but I have 2 cars right now. Both have Little M air fresheners, and I'm littlemshop.com, the best air fresheners in the whole wide world. Littlemshop.com. They also got stickers. They got keychains. They got bags. They got stuff for everybody at littlemshop.com. I tell you guys all the time, fellas, go out, take your girl's car, get it washed, order some Little M air fresheners beforehand. They'll get there in a day or 2. You throw them on the rearview mirror after you get the car washed. Like, babe, took your car to get it washed. Like, oh my god, wow, this is amazing. My car's all clean and it smells so great. And then like, you get a little something. You're a hero. You've saved the earth because Little M air fresheners doesn't chop down 100 million trees like those stupid baby back bitch green trees do. People say that they cost like 15 trees to make one of those. I don't say that, but people have said that. And Little M air fresheners, I know it costs absolutely 0 full trees to make one air freshener. So you can take that to the bank. Little M Air Fresheners cares about the country, about the environment. They care about you. They care about your relationship. They care about everything. Little M Air Fresheners, that's the way to go. LittleMshop.com, LittleEMshop.com for the best air fresheners in the world. If you order a Little M Air Freshener, hit us up at Passing Grade Pod. Tag them at Little M Shop on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you support the people supporting us. LittleMshop.com, LittleEMshop.com. The best air fresheners in the entire world. And the official air freshener sponsor of Passing Grade Podcast. Let's get to the answers segment, guys. Answers is where you guys send us any question that comes to mind. If it's a high thought, if it's something you thought of while drunk, if it's just, something you've seen around on the internet, but you want to hear what our opinion is, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Hit your boys up.
Just stupid people.
Let us know what you want us to answer, and we'll answer those questions. All right, guys? Hashtag PTG Answers at Passing Grade Pod. That's how you get to us first on Twitter, at Passing Grade Pod, hashtag PTG Answers. We check those first, but then you can also email us answers at passthegradepod.com. Let's get in to the answers segment right now.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
Our first question, as always, comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, do British people still do the accent when no one is around?
Unfortunately, yes.
Now, as somebody that has started doing a podcast with someone that is of British descent, shout out Mike Fish of the Claret and Big Blue podcast, the newest podcast on the Passing Grade Podcast Network, no big deal. But America's only West Ham / New York Giants podcast, probably. He does the British accent all times. And it's
I wish we could have just given you the nickname Chips. So it could have been the Fish and Chips podcast.
That would be really good.
Hello, Chips.
He needs to meet somebody named Chip, and they could be the Fish and Chip podcast.
Well, you're skinny. You could be Chips.
I'm Alex. We already know my name. That's ruined. Believe it or not, I think they do the accent when they got to commit to it. It's method acting.
Well, yeah, because if they don't do it all the time,
they'll forget.
Because we'll know, like, they'll lose the accent and not do it well enough when they meet us. So they know they got to keep it up, or else it'll fade.
Robert used to not have an accent. He went to England one time and he came back and he was like, "Hello, chaps." And I was like, what?
Actually,
he was more like, guy?
Don't lie. He was more like, "Hello, chaps."
Hello, chaps. You old bloke. You fucking poof.
Right. To right you.
Right you. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
Fucking West.
He went to a British Pokemon training camp. That's where he went for a little while. That's why most of his accent was talking about Pokemon stuff. But Professor Oak.
Pew, 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 pew.
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Charmander. And Bulbasaur.
Boba.
That was exactly how Robert used to sound.
Oh,
so we didn't let him
my
talk on air
God.
until he figured out the accent.
It was a little too thick.
Every now and then you'll hear it, but it's hard
I
to decipher
chose
these
you.
Oh, choose. And it's always
I chose you.
Pikachu. I'm Ash Ketchum. No one thinks this is funny besides me and Pat. I'm sorry. Moving on. Yeah, I think they still use the accent when no one's around. And they just like I didn't understand half of the podcast they did after that. They're just
it's a Mewtwo.
Voltorb. An Articuno. It's Saffron City.
Look at that big fucking cunt. What's his name? Snorlax.
We call her Misty.
You big fat bastard.
Oh, you bloke. All right.
Oh,
moving
God.
on.
I could do this for a fucking hour.
I know, which is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. Todd Voss.
Holy shit.
As _seen as _by _TV. The reigning Pass the Grade podcast MVP of last year. Todd Voss says, do vampires or ghouls or ghosts get offended at Halloween when people dress up like them because it's cultural appropriation? And you know what, guys? I feel like it is 2020. It's time we start asking questions like these. Like, is Santa is every mall Santa really kind of just appropriating Santa culture?
No, you're being insensitive because that's not an actual culture.
North Pole culture? Oh, okay. Have you seen?
Also,
Elf?
no, because all these things that he's talking about are dead. And one, they don't give a shit, and two, who would listen? Because they're dead. They
Ghosts and ghouls. I
dead.
just don't get the difference between both.
I don't either, but I'm pretty sure Pat McClellan could give us the breakdown.
I don't know. I don't want he'll bankrupt you and make you buy snakes, or he'll just yell at you about ghosts.
No, I'm trying.
I mean, I love Patrick, but like, I've lost too much money with that guy. I can't trust him anymore.
No, just don't buy anything. I'm just telling you, if you wanted to know the difference between a ghost and a ghoul, he would be the one to turn to. I'm not telling you to ask.
We're not going to turn to him, though, because it would be a 40-hour podcast with him talking about a ghoul that lives in his attic. He doesn't have an attic, by the way. We did that in the beginning of the pandemic. He doesn't even have an attic, yet there was a ghoul living in an attic that didn't exist. I think he's the ghoul.
You know what? Actually, vampires specifically, I think they want people dressing up as vampires because they can smell whether or not you're a vampire or not.
They know.
But you wouldn't know, so they could sneak
You see that
up
makeup
on
job?
you.
That's a piss poor makeup job.
Here's the thing, no, but vampires could sneak up on you and bite you without you knowing. You would just think, oh, it's another vampire coming up to chill because we're both dressed as vampire. No, honestly, don't dress up as a vampire. It makes you an easy victim to other vampires.
That's a life hack for you guys going on in the future.
Dress up as a mummy.
As a mummy.
Even though
it's an extra added layer of protection.
Extra soft. You got to go the extra soft. If you use cheap toilet paper, you're easily punctured through the neck. Extra soft. You might feel it, and it might give you just enough to delay to throw that elbow up and get them off you.
You gotta get them off. Yep.
Yeah.
This is good.
So advice. No, they don't get offended, but also be wary of vampires.
But I really do think this cultural appropriation of holiday characters is kind of getting out of hand. I mean, is every mall Santa seems offensive to me. On behalf of all other mall Santas, which I am not, but on their behalf, which is a big thing. I feel like this day and age is me being upset on behalf of others that may or may not have told me they were upset. I am upset on behalf of all other Santas that mall Santas are appropriating Santa culture. Because what about Santa in the North Pole? Huh? How do you think Mrs. Claus?
My grandfather used to be a Santa up in his town. He would actually start growing his beard in like March.
Wasn't as easy as it seems, was it, guys?
But
you can just buy a beard and throw it on.
Santa, hold on, I'm getting after something here. Santa gave him permission and said he appreciates all the extra Santas because they help out his work.
And you know
what?
You're
wrong.
No, and I am A-okay with that, but I'm going to need to see your approved letter from Santa.
Oh, Santa doesn't write letters. He only works word to word.
No. And if you don't think Santa that now, actually, as I've just spoke this into existence, Robert, this weekend, you and I are going mall to mall, and we are charging people. Well, you got your Santa letter. Well, it turns out this fellow over here had a letter from Santa Claus. You ever heard of him? I don't know, North Pole. Maybe you've heard of it. Yeah. Blitzen delivered it to us. Blitzen, ever heard of him?
Who?
Blitzen.
There you go.
And
It's a
Comet
Blitzen.
Blitzen. That's when he's blitzed. But
And Frank.
Blitzen
Frank.
delivered it.
Frank
And
is the
Frank,
unknown.
he's not good enough for the sleigh, but he's good enough for everything else. All right. He's great up
Frank's
on the
the
pole.
glue guy.
He's the glue guy that keeps them all together. He warms them up. He's a practice squad guy. He's great. He's got a lot of fire, got a lot of spunk to him. But I don't want him
Blitzen pulls a
at
hammy.
all anywhere near
Frank
a
is
sleigh
right in there.
on Christmas Eve.
Frank is right in there.
Frank's the next
Blitzen
guy.
or Comet,
He's Damien Harris.
They sprain a calf, you call on Frank.
Boom. But I think that would be really funny to go then charge people. We could be like a mafia. Again, you guys are our lawyers, attorneys, so you can't sue us for saying this, but we could like.
I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea, man.
Do you want a letter from Santa? Because if so, that'll cost you $45. And then you can continue being a mall Santa, or we won't get Jesse Jackson out here. And obviously, we go 0 to 100.
Where did Jesse Jackson come from?
Because it's Santa
because he's a fucking fraud.
We don't.
And he's
no, that's the Ravens you're talking about. But moving on, before we get into any worse trouble that we're already in. Our next one is from Josh Treecoddle at Joshua Tree 713. Josh says, "Do they allow people to laugh out loud in Hawaii, or is it just like aloha?"
Aloha, brother. That's a great one.
I copied and pasted this and did not put that together until just now because I'm an idiot.
Wait,
that is absolutely
really
aloha.
No, that sounds great. No, but people laugh loud. Have you ever heard a Hawaiian dude laugh? They're all big, jolly guys. They laugh very loud.
Yeah, they're great. But I'm gonna go with.
It's a funny question. They definitely.
I'm gonna
laugh
go
loud,
with.
but
I'm gonna go with what Josh says. They cannot. Yeah, it's just
aloha, brother.
That was great.
Just throw up the pinky and thumb, shake it, and say "brother," and you're good.
That's what I always say. Kevin Zietler at. Oh no, he's just Kevin Zietler. It must have been an email question. Zeets is what we're gonna call him. Ziti. Kevin Ziti. Could have been a what would Jesus do?
Fucking Kevy Ziti.
How many boxes of Ziti? We got Kev Ziti over here. Kevin says, when Jesus healed those lepers, did they go back to being prostitutes? Because he cared about
probably.
Too. I would assume if you were a prostitute that got leprosy, you probably went also back to prostitution. I mean, there weren't a lot of occupations back in that time. It is the oldest occupation, so yes, I would say some did.
If you're a court stenographer and you break your wrist and somebody heals your wrist, you're going to go back to being a court stenographer.
Unless you got really good at like cooking and went on Chopped.
Hey, do what you know.
Do what you know.
Hey,
yeah.
Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Very good advice.
And they're banging, so.
Pat will also be teaching business seminars every Thursday at 3 p.m. You can DM him at NotPatDion on Twitter, and he will give you rates.
It's called I Teach Because I Cannot Do.
And those who can't do, teach. And those who can't teach Jim.
Jack Black.
No, that was me when I was a teacher briefly. When I was a teacher, I had to do Jim.
Thank you for filling in on the movie quotes when I said I was going to start peppering them in and never did another one this episode.
Yeah,
I appreciate you picking up the slack.
Let's just add one. But yeah, moving on. I would say that some of the lepers would go back to being prostitutes if they were already previously prostitutes. That's all they knew.
Yeah. Yeah, they either were prostitutes or they immediately became nuns.
Our final question from you guys. Hashtag PTG answers at PastorGrayPod on Twitter. This is from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix, and Ashley says, if a person is walking and carrying a dog, is the dog walking the person?
No. You got to be tethered to each other and have one controlling the other to be walking the other.
What if the dog's really bitchy about like you picking it up and carrying it?
Yeah,
Like,
but you're not
going
going. You
to
can
the sights and sounds, but it doesn't want to.
You
walk.
can still just turn around.
You're
Like
still sort
you're
of
walking a
the
dog because even if the dog is pulling, you're heavier. You're on the other end of that leash.
Yeah.
You control where you go.
I agree with that. Okay. Yeah, no, I still think you're walking the dog. Because you're holding the dog.
Yeah.
The dog goes nowhere without you at that point. So you are
Yeah,
walking.
the dog is also
that is the definition of walking the dog. The dog is not walking at all. You are the only one walking, so you are walking the dog.
That's what I was gonna say. Your legs are the ones doing the walking. The dog is not walking you. Now, if you get on your dog's
that
back,
makes me think, like, are we walking the dog when the dog walks? Or is the dog walking me if the dog is in front?
No, because you still
We're
have
not
it
going to
tethered
get lost
to
in
a
this
rope.
rabbit hole. We're not. We're better than this.
You have the dog tethered, and you are controlling how fast or how far it goes.
Robert's so nervous.
That's why you walk the dog.
Discussion this is about to turn into, but we won't let it do that. We won't let it do that.
Well, what is a dog?
What is it? All right, is it a hot dog? Okay. What are the dog days of summer? Why are they the dog days? You tell us that. We'll discuss on next week's episode of Past the Gate Podcast.
I love that laugh, that smile that
Thanksgiving.
Robert gets when he's uncomfortable but wants to make it look like he's not angry at us. Yep, that one right there.
This one?
Yep, there it is.
Hey, this isn't bad.
Yeah, no, the dog never walks you unless
I'm
you're
not
a child.
wishing you
and it's a
guys
Great
would just
Dane.
get out of whatever discussion you're in and just move along. I'm definitely not doing that. This is all right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanksgiving Eve is everybody will be here, or we will. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter where we are, but the podcast will be a podcast again, so we won't take a week off or anything like that. But
we'll be here
December 19th. Mark your calendars. I'm really looking forward to the Christmas Spooktacular. That's going to be awesome. I've talked to Keith. We've got so many things going on. Shout out to Southern Star Brewing Company for always supporting us. Check out the Clear and Big Blue podcast if you are into the Giants or West Ham, and then check out a recent study suggests with Robert and Sam. And I guess you guys said I look like my dog in this one. I haven't listened to this week's episode just yet, but I am going to probably right after we finish doing all this stuff. And anything else anybody's got? At Past the Gate Pod, I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at and Robert's at Robert Barbosa 03.
Just say smashes. Thinking about you. Sorry,
T's and P's.
I know it's
T's
rough,
and P's.
but
Love
T's
you,
and P's.
smashes.
We're thinking about you. Love you.
Thank you for bringing that. I had that written down. And I did not even mention it. But smashes. We got you. Gravy Gang's on your team, and we'll be with you through all of this. And everybody, send some positive vibes out. All right, T's and P's, positive vibes everybody's ways. Be good to each other. Love one another. Wear a fucking mask if you're going out. All right, don't be that guy. And until we talk to you guys on Thanksgiving Eve, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches. Also, y'all have to listen to fucking Holiday by fucking Lil Nas X motherfuckers. Go do that. Pass the gravy, bitch.
Hey, it's a